Man, when I tell y'all the glow up is real, thank you so much for watching. This is my testimony, man. Listen, everybody's been doing this 10-year challenge, this, show what you used to look like, what's aging done to you over the last 10 years. Man, y'all know I'm extra. I am so extra. And so I didn't want to just come on when everybody was doing it. I wanted to actually take this opportunity, take this challenge to give my testimony, man. Like, if you have watched my video on YouTube, if you haven't, that's cool. My testimony is so real. Man, 10 years ago for me, oh my goodness, I was 19. I was 18. Really? Yeah, 18, 10 years ago. And man, like 2008, 2009 was the year for me. That was the year I was graduating high school. That was the year that I was transitioning into college, transitioning into becoming a full adult, like a whole adult, y'all. Like, I was thinking I was on my grown woman stuff. And that summer, man, I found out I was pregnant, yo. Like, and of course, I go to church and everything, I love Jesus, so I can't be pregnant. What's going on? Like, how this happen? Yeah, right. We know how that happened. So, of course, I went on Google and trying to hide my sin. I researched abortion clinics in my area, and I was like, yo, I have to do something about this. There's no way I'm gonna have a baby in 2008 knowing good and well I am not married and my church is not finna come for me, and all the people that know me and my family, they're not finna come for me. I was like, y'all not finna come for me, especially not my church, especially not all the people that look up to me. And so I really was like, listen, God, I don't even think I called on God. I was just like, look, this is what I'm finna do. And our relationship, we go way back. So you just don't look at what I'm about to do. Don't even mind this. And man, when I tell y'all, like, that was my first time having an abortion. And oh my goodness, the experience was like, it was unbelievable. I remember like getting the pregnancy test and finding out I was pregnant. And I remember going through the whole scare and talking to my ex-boyfriend, like, what we gonna do? And at that point, I was like, yo, this is what I want to do. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna have this abortion whether you like it or not. And yeah, man, listen, I'm so not bragging about that, but I gotta keep it real. Like, that was my mindset back then. I was just thinking about partying. I was thinking about college guys. I was thinking about a future. I was thinking about, like, what am I gonna do for myself? It was all about me, all about Janisha. Fast forward, man, constantly getting in trouble, constantly lying about who I was and what I'm doing in my life, and really just living this life of regret, man, and trying to cover up my pain with smoking and drinking and going to church every now and then to get my little fix. But I really wasn't getting anything but further down the pit that I was putting myself in. Man, like, I really thought that, okay, this abortion, it's gonna go away. The baby is gone, and of course, the thoughts of it, the regret, all that's gonna go away. So I'm gonna be back doing my thing, and no one will ever know. I'll never tell anybody about this. Yeah. Man, so fast forward 10 years, let me tell you, the journey has been crazy. The journey has been so crazy. Man, age 23, telling my parents for the first time that I had abortions. 24, 25, 2021, I stopped working in the club. That's another story. Started going to church, started getting my life together, started like trying to be this woman of God that I was always told I am, but I didn't know how to really like make that happen or what that looked like. So up until today, I mean, oh God, 2017, the Lord led me to finding a post-abortion recovery group called Surrendering the Secret. And the way he led me to that was through a simple little wristband that I found in this prayer house. And then from there, I found this organization called Bound for Life and this beautiful woman named Yamila. And I met her and she told me her story and I told her my story. So yeah, like at this point, I'm like, man, God, I'm ready to like take all this that I've learned and I want to do something about it. Like I know there's more girls out here like me that are struggling with this same thing, struggling with the guilt, the shame, all that stuff that comes with having an abortion, like still going through, you know, forgiving people, forgiving exes, forgiving family members that were involved, forgiving friends that didn't support. Like I know there's other girls out there just like me. And so, man, the glow up is real. God has completely changed the trajectory of my life. He has changed. Matter of fact, I don't even want to say God has changed anything. Let's just say this was his plan all along and I'm just now finding out about it. So my perspective is changed. My plans are changed. My goals are changed. Everything that I set out to do is completely different because God chose me. He said, girl, I don't care what you have done in your past. I have a plan for you. I have called you. I see nations that you're going to reach. I've called you to the nations. I've called you to go speak to girls. I've called you to share your testimony and to create an environment where girls can come and be safe and they can share their story too and get healing and find healing and go to Surrender in the Secret and go to this organization and find a pregnancy center that can help walk them through their pregnancy, their crisis pregnancy that they're going through, that they don't know if they want to have an abortion or they want to keep the baby. Like I've called you to those girls and I love you. In the midst of all this, God still loves me 10 years later, y'all. 10 years later, 10 years after all that stuff I did to him, like all this stuff I've done in my past, God still loves me. That's the glow up, y'all. That's the glow up. I am so in love with Jesus. It makes no sense. Like, y'all see me out here like smiling, doing all this stuff. Like that is pictures, okay? If you really have a relationship with Jesus, that smile comes from knowing that the Father adores you, from knowing that like no matter what you've done, no matter how bad or the worst, think of the worst sin in the world, think of the most disgusting, evil sin in the world, and that can't even separate you from the love of God. That's my glow up. That's where I come from. So 10 years for me, man, high school, faking it. So 10 years for me, oh my goodness, like I didn't see this coming. I did not see this coming. Like, I did not see this coming. The opportunities, the people I've been able to meet, the people I've been able to speak to just by sharing my story and being able to encourage other girls. Like, I did not see this. I had no idea what God had planned for me, but it's beautiful. And if you just trust in God and like give your life to him, oh my goodness, he will turn your life upside down. He may even use you to go and reach the same people that you were destroying yourself. Like, he could do that same thing for you. I am the modern day Paul. I am a girl version of Saul to Paul. Like, I was killing babies and now I'm called to save babies. I'm called to save mothers. Okay, so glory to God. This is my glow up. If you don't like it, if you think I talk too much about Jesus, oh well, so what? I love him and can't nobody change it. So hey, 10-year challenge right here. This is a testimony of my 10-year challenge. So thank you for watching, and seriously, if you have not watched my video on YouTube, go watch it. Matter of fact, there's more coming, so get ready for it, and thank y'all for watching.